Hey guys, we're back. I've had a bit of sleep, a lot of coffee, and this week it's about updating you on the project. If you're not in the Discord, I would suggest join in now. It will be in the comments. It's where all the good stuff happens. We've got freebies, giveaways, tipping competitions, and we give sneak peeks. Here's a new guy at the moment, a little penguin. And yeah, so if you're in the Discord, you'll be the first to know when we're going to drop, where, and you really want to be in that Discord. So join that. Now, before we start showing you what we've been up to, please understand that things change. So don't hold us to anything we say in these videos. It's always rapidly changing. We're getting feedback from the community. We're improving things. So anything we say in these videos will give you a general idea of what we're working on and where we're up to, but details will change. This week, I'm going to be introducing you to a new member of the team. Will, or Wilson, messaged me when I first started the project. And like many of you, 6 to 8 weeks ago, he had never heard of an NFT, but fell in love with the space once he did look into it. He's since gone on really deep. He's bought his own CryptoPunk, some apes. He's really deep into this space. And like me, he wants to learn and build and teach along the way. So he started his own YouTube channel, and he's going to take over from updating you on what's happening every week on his channel. So there's going to be a link to Will's channel in the comments below. I really suggest following him so you can stay abreast of whatever we're working on and where we're at. Don't worry, I'll still be here making these cringy videos for you, but Will will have all the updates. So follow him on YouTube and his Twitter as well, which I'll put in there. This week, Will take you through everything we've been working on last week. So some things are already out of date. And like I said, don't hold us to what we've said. Things change all the time, but it'll give you a good general idea of where we're at. As always, we want your feedback. So please, if you've got any ideas, reach out to us on the Discord, on this channel, on Twitter. All the links are below. And we love getting community feedback, and we'll put anything to a vote. And if the community votes on something, that's the direction we'll go. So please give us your feedback. You may be noticing that this is growing across all the videos, and I've decided that this thing is going to keep growing until we sell out. 10,000 NFTs have to be sold, or I might be having the longest beard in the world. You see it with sports stars. If they're on a roll, a winning streak, they don't change their undies or socks or something. So right now, this doesn't get shaved until we sell out. So let's go to Wilson and get an update on the project. I'll be back next week with another video. Don't know what it will be yet, but don't worry. I'll be back to embarrass myself again. Okay, on to Will.
Thanks for the intro, Steve. My name is Wilson, and moving forward, every single week, I'm going to be updating you, showing you some of the behind the scenes as we build out this project called NFTeams. Now, if you're not too familiar with what is NFTeams, it is basically a collection of 10,000 unique sports team that is built on the blockchain and lives as an NFT. Now you have the ability to own your own sports franchise, competing against other teams on the blockchain and on social media. Now let's dive in to show you guys some of the behind the scenes. And as you can see right here, this is the logo. Now, obviously everything that I'm showing you guys is in work in progress. That means it's not the final product yet, but it is getting closer and closer. And if you guys want to have and give some feedback, definitely join our Discord channel down below in the link. We already have over 800 members in the group giving us feedback, and that's where we are able to generate a lot of different results and collectively build this project together. This is also one of our Mad Dog Jones version of our NFT as well right here. Now, just to show you guys some visuals of what it would look like as a tournament style, this is what it's going to look like. This is not ours, by the way, but similar style like a March Madness. Every single week, your team would be pit against other people's team. Now, some of you guys have been asking about what's happening with the roadmap. What kind of plans do we have as we build this project up? Well, of course, we're going to be buying some land in the metaverse. And what are we going to do with the land? Well, we're going to be building a stadium in there. And not only that, we're also going to be building a sports bar where you get to hang out, where you get to watch your favorite teams battle it out, and also fight for that BAYC. Now, of course, this is going to take us some time to build. We're estimating the first tournament is going to be dropping 3 to 4 months after our initial NFT drops. So definitely, we're working hard behind the scenes to bring this out to you. Now, in terms of graphics, we have a lot of characters that we're building out. So then that way, each character would resemble a certain team. Now, as you know, we're going to be minting 10,000 of these avatars. So that means we're going to have quite a bit of character. And of course, we're going to make sure that we design it well, design it nice, and each one of them would represent a different team. And as you can see here, we spend a lot of time working on the details of these projects, such as, the accessories, their facial expression, and then also what they're wearing, the name, the background, and all these things, just to make this whole process and this whole project a lot more fun to you guys. So our designers working around the clock, creating 5 different characters almost every single day just to bring this alive for you. Now, aside from hiring an illustrator to create these characters and bring it alive for you, we also hired another UX designer specifically working on the website to make sure that it is the most best user experience for you. So then that way, when you guys are browsing through the site, everything is good to go, and it really clearly identifies and show you what is the roadmap. What does the vision look like? How are you going to be able to benefit by investing in one of these NFTs? Because last thing you want to do is to go on a website and it is very, very complicated. You don't know what they're saying and you do not understand what they're trying to do. And especially with 10,000 team franchise teams, it does and it could get complicated if we do not pay attention on how we design this. And that's the reason why we hired someone specifically to look into this, to build out the roadmap, to identify what our community is going to do, how the pre-sale works, which I'm going to dive into very shortly, and our team, and basically how you're going to be able to mint, and of course an FAQ section specifically for you. Now, by the way, speaking of which, this is only our first draft. If you guys have any feedback, any opinion, any comments that you want to add, feel free to drop it down in the comments below so you can let us know what's going on, and we're going to make the changes accordingly. And if you guys want to, definitely join the Discord in the link below where we get to build this together. Pretty cool stuff. Now, speaking of when are we actually dropping this project, we aim to be able to drop this project end of August, early September. That's our first initial pre-sale launch. In the pre-sale, it's going to be open to the public. Everyone's going to be able to participate in it. However, we're only selling 1,000 out of the 10,000 passes. And why are we doing that? Why are we doing a pre-sale? Well, the first reason is because we want to make sure that we gauge the initial demand. Make sure that this is something that people are wanting. Make sure that this is a project that's not going to be a rug pull. And the second thing is that we want to make sure that the contract works properly for our public launch, the real launch, that there aren't going to be much kinks, that there won't be any gas wars, that the whole transaction would be much more simplified and much more pleasant for you. And the next thing is to make sure that we actually have the funds to generate enough funds for us to actually build special things specifically for you. And lastly, being able to have a pre-sale allows us to create good content, even better content to hype up the project. So more eyes are going to be coming into this project as we approach our public sale. Now, as we approach the end of September, that's our actual draft day. That's the day that we bring out the 9,000 teams, franchise team, allowing you to purchase them and mint them. Now, we're going to be breaking it down into 3 different phases. The first phase, we're going to reward the people who have been a true supporter of us all along this time, the OGs that actually get their mint passes. Okay, so definitely make sure you guys follow along. Make sure you guys follow along so then that way you know when we're going to be giving you guys the mint pass, allowing you to go to the top of the line to be able to mint your NFT. Now, the second phase is for people who are basically holders of specific projects, the projects that we support, the projects that we think does a great job, such as the Bored Ape Yacht Club and also the Meta Key. So when you guys own these, as long as you own it in your wallet, you're going to be able to have the second place in line for you to do the minting. And finally, the third phase are for the public people who have heard the hype, who have been FOMOing into our project, and we're going to be releasing that to the public as well. The price that we are most likely going to be listing it at is 0.08 ETH plus gas. Now, don't hold me accountable for that. A lot of things can change in days, if not weeks, if not months. So definitely don't hold me accountable. But this is something that we are anticipating, because at the end of the day, we want to make sure that this gets into the hands of the people that really wants to participate in the game, not just for the flippers, right? So definitely something that we're paying attention to. Now, some of you have also been asking, how does the fund get allocated once they invest into the project? Well, 50% of it is going to go into a community fund, which allows us to go and purchase metaverse lands, allows us to give community grants, and also do the merch drop and all those good stuff, specifically focus on delivering value to the community. That's what we want to be able to do. Keep the funds into the community by bringing more value that allows you to actually be able to keep these NFTs and actually make money from them. Now, the other 50% is going to be able to go and fund Steve to pay for the developers, the whole team, and on top of that, to be able to actually pay for the taxes, legal, accounting, and all sorts of things. And of course, he still needs to profit as well. Now, if you guys want to know more about how the funds are being allocated, then definitely check out his video. That's right here. He goes into describing it in full transparency how he's using the funds. So definitely check it out if you guys want to. Now, to show you a little bit more behind the scenes, this is a meeting that we were conducting talking about the smart contract. A lot of different conversation does come up during these meetings as we think about how do we reward our loyal fans? How do we reward the people that have been our supporter from the ground zero, which is you watching this video? So make sure you guys join our Discord channel down below and comment below as you guys have any suggestions. And this is something that we want to be able to do together, is to build this project together. Some other questions that we were thinking about is like, how do we ensure that people don't waste money on gas? Spending more ETH than necessary on either gas or gas wars. Well, this is something that I'm going to be doing, is to share with you and actually shoot multiple different videos, tutorials to show you how do you guys mint directly on the contract in the case that the website does go down. How do we set and adjust, manually adjust these GUIs, these gas, in order for you to actually get your hands on one of these NFTs. We also talked about how do we prevent whales from scooping this up and also dumping it out all on you guys. And so then that way you guys can still have your hands on these NFTs. We're going to be talking about how do we connect the smart contract onto the MetaMask wallet. We also talked about, you know what, how do we generate these avatars using coding? Because it's very, very difficult for us to draw 10,000 of these NFTs. That's the reason why we are going to be able to generate it through programming. And this is something that I'm also going to be committing and sharing with you behind the scenes through these videos. So if this is something that you guys are interested, something that you're like, hey, you know what, I want to learn more of the inside process of how this works, make sure you guys follow along this whole journey. And that is it, guys. Full on update with what's happening behind the scenes with NFTeams. If you guys want to learn more and follow along the journey, make sure you guys subscribe to this channel where we're going to be moving all the videos to moving forward. That's my personal channel where I create content on a weekly basis to update you on NFTeams. So if you guys are interested in this project, understanding behind the scenes how we work and getting the latest scoop so you can get your hands on the mint class, make sure you guys follow this channel right here. And on top of that, I also regularly create content on how you can actually maneuver around this whole NFT space, such as how do you mint directly on the contract? How are you going to be able to adjust manually the GUI in order for you to win that NFT of your dreams, and so much more. The first video that I'm dropping, what is NFTs? Definitely go check it out in the link right here. And make sure you guys, if you guys haven't joined us in the Discord channel down below, join the Discord channel, follow us along the times and along the ways, and make sure you guys follow Steve, follow me on Twitter. That's where we're going to provide you with the most up-to-date and real-time updates for you. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if there's anything that I can improve upon, definitely leave it in the comment section below. There's a lot of call to action, but you know what? This is it for this week. I'll see you guys in the next video.